Ciao Juventini, welcome to the All Juve Cast channel. Big match, here we go. We are close to the starting kickoff for Napoli Juventus. This is one we've been anticipating since the streak is kicked off, okay? Hey, does the stash live on? Do you still believe in the power of the stash? 8 wins on the trot, 0 goals conceded with this bad boy. Do you believe in it? Let's see what happens today. Okay, we're going to get into lineups. We're going to get into everything. Say what's up to everybody in the live chat already. Okay, let's get into this. So we've got, I'm not liking this starting lineup in the mid. We're going to talk about the starting lineup in the mid, okay? Have no fear. Have no fear, all right? We have Di Maria and Chiesa together. Happy with that. There you go. There you go. RB comps fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Let's go. We've got Andrew Juve saying West, Loga, Rabiot in the middle. Chiesa right back. Max doesn't fail to surprise me. Okay, let's get into it, everybody. Let's get to this starting lineup, okay? That's where we are getting to right now. Stash power. There you go. Let's go. Believe Juventini, okay? So let's pull up this lineup and let's talk about it, okay? So there you have it. We've got Szczesny in goal, Danilo, Bremer, Sandro. This is all as expected, okay? In the middle, of course, yes, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot with Chiesa and Di Maria. All week, we weren't sure if Max was going to go with Chiesa and Di Maria, okay? He has. Now, let's talk about Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie being in there. This, to me, is simply to give Chiesa the freedom in attacking, okay? Yes, we don't have the variant of Fagioli being in there. However, when it comes to creation, you now have Chiesa and Di Maria out there, as well as still Kostic on the left side. McKennie, to me, is going to be hanging back to offer that support for Chiesa. If all of a sudden he starts bombing forward, then I think we're going to have a problem, okay? I prefer Chiesa on the left, but nonetheless, if we talk about this lineup, this to me is Max Allegri lining us up to get after it from the outset, and I actually do like it because the pressure is on Napoli. The pressure is not on Juventus, okay? I don't care what Spalletti says. They are 7 points clear. The pressure is on them. They need to show that they are legit going after this title. So their title credentials are going to be tested today. I like this lineup. Yes, Fagioli's not in the midfield, but is what it is. This is, so to speak, emptying the clip by Max Allegri because if we need a boost in the second half, he's putting a lot of faith in Moise Kean, Iling Jr., and Fagioli, maybe Maretti as well. He's getting after it, okay? Chiesa, let's remember, Di Maria does not have a full game in his legs. He's still not 100%. So once Di Maria exits, Chiesa will no doubt shift, and that can also change the game, okay? So I'm telling you, just let's wait. Let's remain calm, okay? We still have a lot of creation in this lineup, and McKennie's job should be in this one to protect that flank. Remember, that's going to be the flank that Kvaratskhelia plays on, okay? And that is going to be one of the keys for Juventus is to shut him down. Bremer should be man-marking Osimhen to try and shut him down. If you look at this lineup, it makes sense, okay? But, of course, it's all paper talk. It matters what happens on the pitch. The teams are getting ready to take to the pitch right now. They're going to have the Serie A anthem. They're going to have the coin toss. Let's see, all right? Title credentials are going to be tested for Napoli. Do they have what it takes? And another big game test for Max Allegri and this Juventus, all right? We did well in the last one. Let's see what happens in this. So everybody getting on to this one now and saying, hey, good point. We finally have some options on the bench. We got YFG still saying, I think Fagioli should start for his vision and creativity and McKennie to defend and deal with Mario Rui and Kvaratskhelia. I think Danilo and McKennie are going to be left with that job so Chiesa could cause some damage. Don't forget, if Chiesa gets going, that is going to push them back as well. This is going to be one intense matchup. Let's see what happens. I've been jacked up for this one for a while. How are you all feeling? Are you guys nervous? Are you nervous? Don't get nervous, all right? I'm too old to get nervous and anxious and whatnot. Should we talk about Napoli's lineup? As expected, Meret in goal, Di Lorenzo, Kim in there, Ramani, Rui, Anguissa, Lobocco, Zelinski in the middle, Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, Politano up top. As expected, no surprises. Juve, throwing things for a loop. Max Allegri never lets anyone know what he's thinking all week. I don't know if we're going to see Chiesa and Di Maria. Probably not. One or the other. And I even said, if you're a betting man, take the bet that you're not going to see both of them at the same time. And here we are. And here's Max Allegri proving me wrong. And you know what? Hey, I'm here for it, okay? Went with the same kit as the last game. We got to keep things rolling. It's got Chiesa on the back. Our man getting the start. I called Chiesa being the game winner. Predictions. Let's go through them. Anthony called a 1-1 draw this morning on our show. Omer calling 1-0. Okay, I called 2-1 with a Federico Chiesa game winner. Get your predictions right here in the live chat as we get ready for this. So we're about to take the coin toss. You have Di Lorenzo there and Danilo. Oh, shaking hands. I'm fired up, everybody. I am fired up. Let's get to this, all right? All right. It's referee. Interista, a lot of chat and chatter, social media, and everywhere about the refs. Don't worry about the refs. Don't worry about the refs. Let's go. Let's handle the business ourselves, all right? Comic is coming in with the 2-0 victory. All right, all right. Team photos. Team going with the stripes today. Napoli in their blue. Juve in the black and white. The classic matchup of colors. Love it. Love it. Forza Juve fino alla fine. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. I'm hyped up for this one. Getting ready for kickoff. Osimhen about to put his mask on. And hopefully that makes him invisible for this game. Dan Cata coming in 25 on Juve. 1-0. Rabiot or Bremer score first. Ridiculous odds. There you go. 25 on. Hey, I hope so too. But regardless, hey, hopefully it's all enjoyable nonetheless, my friend, okay? Forza Juve fino alla fine, everybody. Let's go. The team huddle, the classic team huddle that they've gotten into ever since that retiro. Streak's been going. The stash is looking good today. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Kvaratskhelia praying. Hopefully they do need prayers today. Let's go, Juve. Get after this from the outset. Remember, everybody, the pressure is on Napoli, all right? Pressure is on Napoli. Juve, let's go in here and get the job done. Come on. Let's go. We're getting ready for kickoff here, everybody. Come on. Let's go. All right, we got kickoff, everybody. Let's go. Keep the stash alive. Come on. Commentating commencing. Ball bombed forward up McKennie's flank. Too far for his reach. He tries to keep it in. He has. Great job. Battling Mario Rui there. Oh, trying to play through Zielinski. Cuts it off. Then Kvaratskhelia trying to get out there, but Di Maria shutting it down. It's a throw-in deep in Napoli's territory. Mario Rui will stand over it. Max Allegri already getting two directions. Thrown into Zielinski, popped ahead, headed back in by Locatelli. McKennie now over to Di Maria, into Milik, plays it over to Locatelli, inside to Chiesa. Chiesa trying to play forward Di Maria, little too far out of his reach. Medet's going to come out and pick this one up. All right. You bet they're going to have nerves. This is a big, big game. Major implications on the line here. All right, this could be a big swing if Juve could pull this one off. Politano now working it up the side into Zambo, but going backwards now. Ramani all the way over to Mario Rui. Rui back to Min. All the way over to Di Lorenzo. Napoli scanning. Kim now is going to be on it. Looking over to Rui. Bypassing him into Kvaratskhelia. Rui over the top. Locatelli cuts it out into Di Maria. Di Maria's got pressure on him. Immediately earns a foul. Di Maria's going to be swarmed. We got to hope that that frees up some space. Maybe Chiesa or maybe some switch fields. It looks like Napoli's going to, well, right out of the gate. It's early on, but they could be swarming and wanting to overload the flanks. We need to look at switch fields. and have that in our minds, especially with Kostic being on the other side. Here's a play up to McKennie. He's got Chiesa ahead of him. He's trying to go slide challenge in there for Kvaratskhelia. Chiesa coming in there. Di Maria doing defensive work from both of them, winning the ball back inside to McKennie. McKennie tries to play it over. Sandro, had to lunge in there. McKennie trying to get it over to Kostic, and it's a little bit scrambly here. But Juve finds control with Sandro. Danilo now stepping forward. Trying to thread the needle. There's too many Napoli players there. Too easy there. Chiesa forcing them back. Di Maria applying pressure. So is Milik. Napoli able to swing the ball out to Di Lorenzo's flank. Here comes Di Lorenzo up the flank. Rabiot closing down. He's got Zambo inside. He's got Politano dropping back, who now is on the ball at center pitch. Back to Ramani. Back to Zambo. Back to Ramani. Ramani scanning. He's going to go all the way over to Rui. No, sorry, it's Kim. Kim barking orders. He's allowed to step forward. McKennie giving space. Chiesa's all the way back now with Kvaratskhelia looking for 1-2s. Danilo steps in, trying to earn the throw-in for Juventus, saying it's off Kvaratskhelia, but it isn't. Rui's going to stand over this one. 3 minutes in, everybody. How's the nerves? How's the nerves, everybody? Let's go. Like the video while you're here. Here's Mario Rui inside to Zielinski. Ooh. Gets a leg to it. Ball back. Osimhen closing down on Szczesny, who's taking a while to clear, but he does. Milik not close at stopping that one. Anguissa back to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo overlapping Politano. Politano working against Rabiot, who's forcing him back. Now Anguissa back to Kim. Napoli in possession here, working it around on the perimeter. Mario Rui. Back over to Ramani. Ramani's looking to the flank. There's nobody there. Loboka's dropped all the way back, level with the center backs. Here's Kim. Here's Zielinski now, trying to look. Juve, basically, this is what they do. They will set up in their shell. They will force opponents to the perimeters. We'll see what Napoli tries to do here. Loboka's dropped all the way back at center of the pitch. That will be probably one of Juve's game plans, is to shut him down as well. Ball inside. They let it roll all the way to Szczesny. Osimhen making an outside run, and there was a lane opened up, but Kvaratskhelia didn't take advantage of that. Kostic trying to work on Di Lorenzo there. That's going to be a battle to watch. Di Lorenzo winning that one, shutting Kostic down as he tried to one-touch behind him. Di Lorenzo's tough when it comes to defense. He stay at home, no nonsense, and can shut guys down, so be a good one to watch. Politano now, Rabiot trying to get by, and he gets the benefit of the doubt there, and Di Lorenzo getting called on a handballs. Rabiot tried to poke it past him. Let's go. Come on. So far, everything as expected. Juve, this is what they've been doing in their streak, and that's just letting opponents work around the perimeter, giving them nothing centrally or inside to work around. Kostic trying to keep this one in, but Kostic unable to head that one ahead for Rabiot. We've seen this from Juventus as well. Starting off and struggling to see how they're going to work the ball forward from around the other team's press and whatnot, and then gradually it gets better and better. Let's see. Kvaratskhelia on it for Napoli. He's going to switch field and head over to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo on the right flank scanning. Has Politano to his sideline, but he goes back to Ramani. Ramani now scanning. Napoli always on the perimeter, looking to try and break the lines. Here's one for Zielinski. Locatelli cuts it off. Zielinski calling for handball. Di Maria way too slow there. Di Maria challenged by Kim immediately. Di Maria's down. Napoli still moving the ball forward. Here's Lobotka playing it over to Di Lorenzo. Over to Politano. Not sure if Di Maria's still down. Politano with a left-footed cross. Cleared out by Juventus. Di Maria is still down. And Napoli plays it inside. Yeah, play the ball out, Lobotka. Don't be a piece of crap. Use your head. All right. It's got to be way quicker there. So they're trying to find Di Maria, and you're playing Di Maria back to goal, trying to play that manner. You're going to set him up for these knocks and everything. He's got to look to spring there. But, again, Or at least be the decoy and come back. And if your back's going to be there, then Chiesa's got to go. You've got to push Napoli back. You've got to keep them honest. If Di Maria can't get back into this one, this will be interesting. He is walking over to the sideline. What's the call here if he can't? Well, I'll tell you, slap McKennie out on that side and probably bring Fagioli in and move Chiesa into that forward role. Give him the freedom to go off the left side or right. Hopefully, Di Maria can go. Back in there. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Come on. Come on. Napoli back in possession. And it's Kim to Rui. Back to Kim. Scanning it back on the outside. Like I said, Di Maria's back. We're okay there. Thankfully. Again, we're accustomed to this, all right. And Juve starting slow when it comes to how they're going to build and how they're going to attack their opposition. Osimhen on the ball here. Bremer forcing him outside, always outside. That last touch was on Osimhen. He's flipping out. Take it easy. You know it hits you. Bremer is going to be on you. He is going to be all over you. Get used to it. Get used to it. Let's see if Bremer can completely rule him out of this match, all right? That's going to be one of the matchups to follow. All right. McKennie heads it straight ahead. Locatelli coming in there battling. It falls for McKennie. Rabiot trying to work his way out of there. Too many bodies, too many Napoli bodies there. Like I said, they are overloading a flank when we're on the ball. We need to look to get that ball out and switch it. Here's Anguissa working with Zielinski on a couple 1-2s. Di Lorenzo looking to cross it in. Plays it deep. There's Anguissa again on it. And finally, the offside flag goes up as Anguissa came in from an offside position. All right. KG. Yes, Bremer all day. All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Like the video, everybody, while you're here. Let's go. Come on, Juve. Like I said, slow starts, but you can already see what Napoli is doing to get that ball back quick from Juve. That is overloading of flanks. We're moving up. We need to look to switch field. This might call for one of those center backs to step forward into that space. Yes, it could be a little risky, but you've got to do something. Got to be able to generate. Di Maria not able to challenge Kim there quickly enough. Locatelli battling for it. He wins it. Inside from Di Maria to Milik. Milik finding Kostic on the outside. Oh, he's trying a quick cross, but Di Lorenzo there to shut that down. Kostic, you've got to wait. We didn't even have players in position there. Relax. Calm the nerves down. Settle, make sure. Here's Bremer battling with Zielinski. Does well there. Calls for the handball to no avail. Bremer telling him to stop complaining. Let's go. Shutting it down. Yeah, it's off the inside of the chest there. Relax, Politano. Jesus. You're like your fans. Bark too much. Let's go. Sandro. Trying to earn a foul there to no avail. Come on, Sandro. Just play the game. Let's go. Long switch field there looking for Kvaratskhelia, and Chiesa comes in, heads it backwards. Danilo now being put pressure by Kvaratskhelia. Plays it ahead to Chiesa. Chiesa does well to keep it inside. McKennie flips it forward, but it's just going to go out down the sideline. Napoli keeps it in for no throw-in, and they're going to work it around. I'm done seeing Spalletti already, so let's keep the feed on the action, please. God, I don't need to see Spalletti or even Allegri every 2 seconds. Whoever's producing right now on this feed from Fubo, stop it. All right, Napoli working the ball around at the back here. Kim on it. He's scanning. Looking to break the lines, but Juve will shut those down. Here's a ball trying to play ahead for Osimhen. It's headed out by Danilo. This is going to be a Napoli corner kick. 11 minutes, 17 seconds in here. Here's a corner. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's see, everybody. Come on. Let's get this out of here and clear. Kvaratskhelia, he's on it for Napoli. And just going to start calling him Kvara because name's a nightmare if I'm being honest. All right. Kvara's going to take this for Napoli. Crossed in. Tech. Big fists. Milik battling to try and get it out. It's going to stop here. Napoli looking to have back in the mixer. It is. Bremer gets up big time. Osimhen tries to settle at top of the area. Milik battling with him. Here comes Locatelli heading it out clear. Lobotka slows it down, gives it back to Rui. Napoli in possession again. Kim on it at the back. Now Zambo. Anguissa. Back to Romani. Napoli starts to take their shape again. Flips the ball over to Rui on the left flank. McKennie closes it down. Di Maria now chasing Lobotka, who plays it over to Romani. Has Zambo Anguissa over to his right. He's on it now. Politano on his flank. Politano now with it. Kostic closing him down, moving him backwards again. Juve letting them have the perimeters. Nothing inside and nothing to break the lines. It will be a matter. It won't be too long before they start to try and go over the top. Here's a ball over the top, getting over Bremer. Osimhen gets to it, flicks it to Szczesny, but very, very weak. Like I was literally just about to say, we're not going to have to wait too long before Napoli just starts going over the top if they can't break the lines on the ground. So start to expect that. As far as Juve so far in build-up and everything, again, you've got to start we've got to start moving it and switching field. Napoli is swarming, especially Di Maria the second he gets on the ball. They know who we want to create through, and they're going to shut down. McKennie caught flat-footed there off a soft header from Locatelli. Gavara on it now on the right. He's cutting in on McKennie. Gavatskelia now over to Zielinski. Zielinski has Di Lorenzo there. Di Lorenzo's going to play it deep for Politano. Politano crosses it in. There's a volley, and there's a goal for Napoli. There's a goal for Napoli, 1-0. Volley, stopped by Tech, rebound buried by Osimhen. There it is. 1-0 for Napoli. 1-0 for Napoli. Holy, 1-0 for Napoli. Szczesny made a big first stop, but it's always hard to man-mark these guys, especially on rebounds. Juve's got to get into this one and figure out how they're going to move this ball effectively. A little bit stagnant. That's how we've started games, and it's tough. But we've got to, and look at this. It's all about man-marking here, but Politano, we're a little late getting through that initial flick through Bremer out, who went up for that. But he was well off, so Bremer wasn't going to get to that one either. And then nobody picked up his man, Osimhen, who buries there after Bremer had gone up. Now, the big question that everybody was asking, how will Juve react if they fall 1-0 down? Let's see. Let's see, because here we are, all right? First goal conceded in 8 matches. Let's see how the team reacts. Big question mark. And I think Juve's not doing them any service having Di Maria and Chiesa so close on that one flank, especially if Napoli wants to overload it. You might have to push Di Maria over so that he comes from the left side. Come from the left side. If you have to drop Milik a bit just to be able to start to control this ball a bit more, that's what you have to do. But we have got to start switching field and start moving it around. Here's Rabiot, and he is closed down immediately by Zambo, earning the foul, but we're too spread out. And it's interesting, we're spread out on the left side, and we're bunched up on the right side. Juve's got to spread it out. Spread it out. Here's a switch field looking Chiesa's way. Heads it inside. McKennie on the wrong side of Zielinski there. Never going to get to that one. And now McKennie's pushing forward ahead of Chiesa. If McKennie's in this lineup, he needs to be the one back pushing Chiesa forward. Chiesa needs to be the one putting the pressure. Lobotka easily running through our midfield here. Here's Cavara running at Danilo. Coming up off the left side. Here's a cross, going back post. Politano settles it down, but Rabiot's going to cut that out. He plays it now over to the left for Kostic. It's cut out. Out for Juventus throw-in. McKennie's job needs to be to allow Chiesa to move forward. We should not be having Chiesa the one back. Milik with an awful attempt at holding that ball up. Way too far ahead of him. Possession easily recovered by Napoli. Lobotka now back to Kim. Kim playing it over to Ramani. Napoli just scanning. Over to Di Lorenzo. His pass is blocked. Di Lorenzo's being pushed backwards. Inside to Lobotka. Di Maria. A little bit of pressure there. Zambo now back to Lobotka. Lobotka now switches the field all the way to Cavaro, who's got a ton of space there. Chiesa closing things down, but he's running at him. Here's the overlapping run from Rui. Cross to the back post over Politano. And Di Lorenzo has kept it in. Plays it over to Politano. Back to Di Lorenzo. He's going to have it inside for Zielinski. Little 1-2 with Zambo. Zambo's going to try and get it in there, but he gets it all wrong. Slips as well. 18 minutes in, and to be honest, we have started games slow even during this streak. Cavara there allowed too much space to volley that one. Nobody picks up Osimhen on this, on the rebound. Bremer's got his hand up after that one. Danilo's got his hand up on there. You got to be sharp, everybody. You got to be sharp. Chiesa heading this one forward to McKennie. Inside for Milik. Milik fighting to keep this one in. Bremer over to Luca. Luca over to Sandro. Let's go, guys. Spread it out. Move the ball around. Way too bunched. You're making 3-foot passes and making it easy for Napoli to swarm you. Spread yourselves out. Start switching field. Let's go. Napoli, we're allowing them to overload our flanks. Let's go. Napoli in control again. All right. You guys want to see the stats so far? Here it is. 71% possession for Napoli so far. 29% possession for Juve. 0 attempts for Juve. 3 attempts for Napoli, all 3 on target. Bremer cleans this long ball up from Osimhen. Deep in Juve's territory. Come on, guys. Let's go. Come on, Juve. Get into this thing. Get into this thing. Let's go. Rui working it with Zielinski there. Chiesa working his ass off in there. There's Danilo trying to win this. There's McKennie on Rui's back. Danilo coming inside with it, trying to find Rabiot. He does. Rabiot over to Di Maria. Drops it to Sandro. Sandro finds Kostic. Let's go. Quick. The options are taking way too long to be there for the guys. Luca now could switch it over to Danilo's flank. Danilo tries to go long ball for Milik. Milik will chest it, but right to Lobotka. No support there. Way too far away from Milik there. Good long ball forward from Danilo, finding Milik, but the support options. In theory, Di Maria should be tight and closer to him. And if McKennie's going to be the one stepping up there to be there, be that option. Napoli now. Through Lobotka in the middle. Over to Di Lorenzo, goes back to Ramani. Ramani's going to switch field. He gets it all wrong. Here's Di Maria. He's got Kim there. He's going to have a hit. Off the bar! Di Maria goes off the bar for Juve. Taking advantage of an awful pass from Ramani. He waits. Kim doesn't challenge. Ramani steps in. Then Di Maria pushes it to his left. Has a hit and is curling it in that far corner. No such luck. Right off the where the corner meets upright. We needed that one, everybody. We needed that one. Let's go. Come on. Let that spark yourselves. Come on, Juve. Fight. Fight back. Let's go. That would have been nice to make him pay on that one. Here's Ramani again on the ball. Now he goes long range, but Danilo's easily going to head that one. Nowhere near Cavada. Szczesny now has it in his hands. He's scanning. He's going to roll it out slowly for Bremer. Bremer taking a look. Danilo to his right. Back to Szczesny. Szczesny has Sandro on his left. Bremer on his right still. Szczesny's going to pump it forward towards the right flank. Chiesa's going to have to battle with Rui. Nowhere near that one. Rui heads it to Cavada, back to Rui, goes back to Kim, to Lobotka, over to Ramani. Napoli with ease, working it around. Here's Sandro stepping into one that Zambo was running in on. Nice challenge there from Milik. Luca trying to spin out of this one. Here's McKennie. McKennie scanning over to Chiesa on the flank. Chiesa trying to beat his man, does, and then ends up winning a throw-in off Zielinski. They're pinning Chiesa. He's got very little to do in the manner that we're playing him because he gets the ball and Napoli is set. You'd like to see Chiesa pushing them on that flank, being able to get the ball deep in their territory, or at least with enough time to make a decision, not just be forced, pinned on the line to try and beat somebody. But again, McKennie seems to be the one that's allowed that advancing play. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if this changes for Juventus. Napoli on it again. Ramani. Lobocca's dropping back deep. Plays it over to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo scanning, but we'll go back to Ramani. Di Maria barking orders in terms of what he wants from pressure from the back. Milik now going to close down Ramani quickly. Ramani's putting it over. Zambo heads it. Ooh, and Osimhen battling with Bremer again. Kostic will have it out. But it ends up hitting Kostic after Politano, and it's going to go out for... no. The assistant put his flag, but it looks like it was overturned by... No, they're calling it Napoli throw. Kostic can't believe it. They're saying off him. It looked like that. Let's see the replay. Yes, it did. Hit Politano, hit Kostic's foot, and went out. Oh, you got to be quick. They're closing you down. Juve needs to pick up the sense of urgency with the pivots. Milik, Di Maria, once they get the ball, they need to know that that's coming in quick. Napoli is giving them absolutely zero time. And you know what? If that's what they're going to do, we can't keep going up the middle. We need to mix it up. Like I said, switch some fields. Here's Bremer trying to battle with Cavada. Cavada takes a hit, and it's well high of goal. Oh, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Come on. Come on, Juve. Pick it up. Would have been nice if Di Maria hit that one. We're 24 minutes in, 20 seconds. Napoli has very much controlled this game. Juve with one attempt hitting the upper 90 there, upright. Let's see. There's McKennie. Yeah, not upper 90 goal. Wish it was upper 90 goal, but it was actually right where the bar and upright. Here's Chiesa running at the defense. Oh, trying to slip that one through for McKennie. Cleared out from Ramani. Zambo trying to send Osimhen. Shut down by Juve. Back in possession. Here we go. Sandro now allowed to step up. He's got Di Maria to his left. Plays it to him. Di Maria scanning. Trying to hit Milik there. Header. Oh, right at Merit. Right at Merit. That's better. That's better. Chiesa central now. He was at least on those two sequences. Let's see if he starts trying to get himself involved by taking up that space. No foul there as Kostic wins that one from Osimhen. Keep playing on. Di Maria now scanning. You got to move this thing, boys. Come on. Get involved. Give him an option. Di Maria scanning inside to Rabiot. Oh, soft pass, but Kostic will get there. Politano closing it down. Here's Ariel, right to Kim. Sandro comes in, close it down. Sandro and Kostic work a 1-2. Come on, Sandro. Pick it up, man. Easily dispossessed by Di Lorenzo. You've got to be quicker, boys. You know the challenges are there. Make your decision. Whatever you make a decision, commit to it. Let's go. They're showing this great ball from Di Maria to Milik. Didn't get enough power and put it right at the center of goal. That was always going to be a challenging header for him to find and bury here. Come on. Let's see here. Napoli throwing inside. Zielinski. Di Lorenzo now battling with it. That is off Di Lorenzo, no? Calling it Napoli throwing. Looked like it just went right off his foot as he was making that turn. But Napoli throw, he goes all the way back to Ramani, who's going to see it over to Kim. He's got Rui on his left, but he's going to go back to Merit. Merit stepping up at the top of the 18. Over to Ramani. Scanning again. Little bit of pressure from Rabiot. Trying to force him down the line. Lobotka stepped inside. He's on it now. But he's being pushed backwards. Going to go to Merit. Juve overloaded on that left side now. Napoli's going to try to come up the right. Danilo closes that down. No foul. Move it quick. Inside, Di Maria gets his pass all wrong. But McKennie steps in, does well there. Here's Milik. Over to Rabiot. Rabiot scanning. He's going to have the ball inside to chest it down. Oh, Di Maria, Milik just couldn't chest it quite down to Di Maria. That's better from Juve. Rabiot heads it in. Oh, that's got to be foul, no? Late challenge on Rabiot there. What? Called it there. He's just stopped play now. I don't know if there's much in there, but I don't know. Didn't also look like much play for the ball. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, man. If Milik could have hit Di Maria on that chest down, could have been good. Like I said, where are we at now? 27 minutes in, 28 minutes in. Juve has done this through the streak, okay? They have started slow and then found ways to get their key guys involved and start to hurt the teams. We're now finally starting to get into this game. It is a damn shame we're 1-0 down, but Juve starting to try some things. Chiesa trying to get in a little more centered, a little more off that flank to get involved. Now, play has resumed. Kim playing it all the way up for Osimhen. Bremer handles him. Luca trying to cut in. He's earned a foul. Ball still in Juve's possession. Milik over to Sandro. Sandro back inside to Locatelli. Locatelli inside for Rabiot. Back to Sandro. Osimhen ruling out Luca. Sandro make a decision. Over to Bremer. Inside to Luca. Over to Di Maria. He's got two guys closing in quick. Does well. Earns a foul. You know what? Send some bodies. Let's try and hurt him on this. Come on. Let's try and hurt him on some of these set pieces. And what is that anyways? Like, no play for the ball whatsoever. Just lazy and clumsy. The next one gets color. Let's go, ref. Come on. Come on. 29 minutes in. I would love for Juve to hurt Napoli on this one. Come on, somebody. Get ahead to this. We've got Bremer in there. We've got Milik in there. Let's hurt him on this. Di Maria standing over it, as is Federico Chiesa. Allegri barking his orders right from behind these two players. Come on, guys. Get to this. McKennie, Bremer, Milik, Danilo's in there. Somebody get to this. Rabiot's in there. Get this home. Chiesa's going to have this one in. No, runs over it. Di Maria. Di Maria crosses it in. Rabiot tries to flick on there. Osimhen sees it out, and then the kick is a corner kick. Chiesa sees it out off of Politano's foot. Politano still talking. Big surprise. Big surprise. Shocker. Shocker. Come on, guys. Let's get to this. Corner kick Juve. Di Maria's on it. Get ahead to this. Let's go. Di Maria. Crossing it in. Over Merit. Oh, Bremer. Over Merit. Bremer's there. But it goes over. That's better. Get aggressive. Get after that. That's a good cross in. Always battling. Rui's in there. Merit. Palm's in there. Bremer. Ooh. Come on. That's okay. That's okay. We'll make them pay on those eventually. Come on. Just keep getting into this game. Rabiot cuts this one off. That was supposed to get in there for Zambo. Inside to Milik. Di Maria. Too soft. Make that pass count, Milik. Yes. Well won by Kostic. Inside to Milik now. Milik trying to keep possession. He does. Luca over to the side to Rabiot. He's got Kostic to his left. Rabiot trying to flip it over. Kim clears it out. Di Maria battling for possession. Here's Luca just trying to head it forward. Head it all the way back. Osimhen's allowed to settle this one down as Bremer backed off. Here comes Politano. Running at Juve. Kostic slows him right down. Here's Rabiot. And gets the foul. 31 minutes, 33 seconds. Michael Raso, we need a goal before the half. Hey, hopefully we get it. Hopefully we get it. Reminder, everybody, like the video while you're here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. All Juve cast. Nothing else needs to be said. All Juve all the time. That was a header and then off Osimhen's arm. But by rule, goes off his head first. Don't have to take a look. But, hey, it's what it is. Let's go. Let's get the job done ourselves. We don't need controversy. Come on, boys. Let's go. Politano with a quick ball in for Osimhen. Bremer quickly on him. Osimhen trying to create space. Trying to play it up to the top for Zambo. Locatelli watching him. In comes Di Lorenzo. Politano now on it. Back to Zambo. He's going to go all the way back. Lobotka over to Anguissa. Anguissa scanning. He's going to pop it over the top here for Zielinski. Zielinski going back post. Chested down for Szczesny by Danilo. Now Szczesny rolls it out quickly for Danilo. Chiesa starts to make a move up that right flank. But Danilo's going all the way to the left. Here's Di Maria. That's what you need to do. It's seen out. It's going to be kept in by Napoli. Ramani, Di Maria just couldn't quite keep that in his possession. Trying to settle that long ball. It was a great long ball. And what did I say? Start taking advantage after they overload on switch fields. That was much better. Here's Cavada coming up the side. Plays it inside for Rui. Awful flick inside to Rabiot. Rabiot, switch your field, man. Why are you going into where they are loaded? Turn your body to the left. Now Cavada's running at Juve. Outside of the boot cross. Bremer sees it out. It's going to be a Napoli throw. My God, Rabiot, just turn your body and go back to the outside. There's nothing where you're facing. Turn yourself. They have to be communicating to that. Let's go. Hey, I agree with Andrew Juve here. Let's go like the video, everybody. Come on. Let's get those likes up. And subs. Let's go. Keep the subs coming. Here's Rui. And if, by all means, if you guys feel the need, Super Chat is enabled. Should you want to make a donation, support the channel. Otherwise, check out our merch store, all right? Ton of great designs, a lot of new ones, and some more coming, all right? The other way to support, hey, like the video, subscribe, but also just spread the word about the content, and let's make this AJC Army keep growing. Here's Zielinski at the top, left-footed shot. That's blocked. Well work from Locatelli to shut that one down. Ball in possession with Napoli back at half. Ramani, he's scanning. Lobotka always dropping deep. Now they find him. He's going to play it over to Kim. Kim outside to Rui. McKennie keeping tabs there. Locatelli has a lot of space between him and Zielinski, but Zielinski just plays it over to Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo slows things down to Anguissa. Over to Lobotka. Lobotka to Kim. Over to Rui. Juve in their shell, but there is space opening up. Luca now closing down Zielinski. Back to Lobotka. Milik sees him pressure, but Ramani has space on the right side. Now ahead to Di Lorenzo. Inside to Zambo Anguissa. Anguissa inside to Zielinski. Back to Anguissa. Lot of possession for Napoli. Got to start putting the pressure up, boys. Cavada inside to Anguissa. We have lost our shell. It only took 2 passes there on that side. I didn't like that exchange. More communication and talk it out, boys. Kostic winning handball against Politano. Good battle there between those two. Kostic has been getting the better of it out on that wing. Let's see. Arash staying without Fagioli in there. Both McKennie and Rabiot went back to their factory settings. Michael Razzo Kie says wing back shouldn't be a thing. Let's see if there's adjustments made. Second half team. A lot of questions that are coming up. There's so many stories that have been going into this game. Juve, their second half prowess, scoring goals in the second half. The clean sheet, Napoli has broken that. How would Juve react? Hey, we're going to get some answers here, everybody. We're 36 minutes into this first half. Long ball forward for McKennie. Tries to flick on for Chiesa. Cleaned up by Napoli. Cavara now putting Danilo under pressure. Danilo doing well. Working it in. Chiesa comes back, settles it. Danilo inside to Luca. Had no time but finds Di Maria, finds Sandro. Sandro now up ahead to Rabiot. Rabiot fighting for possession. Trying to do a Zidane spin. Now Sandro being put under. Turns out Politano's challenge. Tries to just thread the needle down the line there for Rabiot. Keep it simple, boys. Keep it simple. Rabiot a little too much. You had just a simple ball there. Move that ball quicker, boys. Trying to do a little too much. Little too much. We're going to have to make an adjustment here, Juventini. Like I said, Napoli is quick to get to us. Now Napoli in possession. Here's Kim. Puts it well ahead. Oh, Danilo does well to cut that out. Just couldn't get the ball to settle. It goes out for Napoli. Throw. Rui's going to be on it as it's down Napoli's left flank. Chiesa's back. Allegri is just barking orders. Here's Rui inside to Cavara. McKennie steps in. So does Di Maria. Neither one could get the ball from Cavara. He plays it all the way to the other side to Politano coming up the right flank. Kostic is back. Rabiot closing in as well. Politano scanning. Drops it for Lobotka. Over to Di Lorenzo. He's scanning. Stops. Goes back to Lobotka. Napoli patient. And why wouldn't they be 1-0 up? Juve's got to ramp up the pressure. We've got to get the ball back. Don't let them be so comfortable in this lead. 37 minutes, 59 seconds. Here we go, 38. Ball up ahead for Osimhen. It stops. Plays it to Cavara. And there it is, 2-0. 2-0 for Napoli. Wow. 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 That is Bremer closing down, Osimhen battling for it, and the bounce not going our way. 2-0 down now. This is a big, big mountain to climb for Juventus, everybody. A big, big mountain to climb. 7th goal in Serie A for Cavara there. Spalletti barking the orders here. Bremer got that one all wrong. Hey, let's watch this long ball from Politano on the one hit. And, Bremer he was following Osimhen's run. Tries to body that one. Ends up just hitting his hip and then just can't react as his body's taking him a different direction. Danilo gets sucked in. And there's Cavara. Money on the spot there. Slots it home easily. That's always going to be a tough ask for Szczesny there. So, here we go, Juventini. This is, Bremer is struggling against Osimhen. He is struggling. And you know what? We talked about this in the Matchday Live. Osimhen is good. He's a load. He's a unit. He is tough to deal with. And he's very, very active right now. And you know what's not helping? The lack of pressure we are putting on Napoli to win that ball back. We cannot do that. We need to ramp it up in terms of pressure. And you know what? Now, hindsight's 20/20, but you know what? We're keeping our creators pinned. We're keeping our own creators pinned. So, and you know what? Fagioli's probably going to have to come into this in the second half. Fagioli's going to have to come into this. I think so. Yeah, this was... just a bad goal. Bad goal to concede. But again, you've got to ramp up the pressure. 2-0 down. So, how would you react after conceding? We're now 2 down. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Michael Razzo going all in on McKennie. Get him out and don't start him again. Why is Chiesa playing as right back when need goals? Hey, it's tough. Kostic now running up the left flank. Chiesa has found himself on the left side now. Here's an immediate adjustment. Chiesa on the left. McKennie will close out the right to see if we can get Chiesa involved now. Trying to work give and goes between Di Maria. Here it is! Yes! Di Maria! Back in the game, boys. Back in the game. Let's go. 2-1. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. We needed that one, everybody. Let's go. Di Maria. Sign of life, shot of life. Kill this crowd somewhat. We still have a sign of life. Let's go. Bobbled it around. Di Maria working it on the right. Playing up to Locatelli. Try to play a little tap back. Di Maria bobbles it through Kim and Lobotka and then slots home. Makes no mistake. That is big. That is big and critical. We already spoke about the shift. This could be a 4-3-3 shift. Not a 4-3-3, but a 3-4-3 shift as Chiesa moved to the left side. Massive goal for Juventus, okay? We needed this one. Di Maria, let's go, everybody. Let's go. Broke our shape, and we score. Come on. Let's go. Time to spread them out. Time to get it going. Let's go, Juve. We're not dead yet. Fino alla fine. Let's go, everybody. Fino alla fine. Come on. Let's go. 2-1 Napoli. We're closing down on 43 minutes. Let's see. Napoli quickly back in possession. Rui on the left side. McKennie closing that down. Now the question becomes, oh, here's a little 1-2 played. Rui, Cavada, Locatelli coming back, cleaning it up. He's scanning, looking for options. Now the question becomes our midfield against theirs. If we try and go with this, but if we keep it to 4, we should be okay. Keep it to 4, should be okay. Get Chiesa out on the left. What did I say? Spread out our options. When you had Di Maria playing that free roll, you got Chiesa on the wing. We were almost pinned. So let's see what we can do. We've got a yellow card for Danilo. And we've got a yellow card for Marco Domenichini. All right, let's go. Michael Razzo, Fino alla fine. Let's go. Chiesa going to score 2 in the second half. Let's go, everybody. Hey, we needed that one. Let's keep it rolling. Danilo with a big challenge there on Cavada. Nasty one, nasty one. Takes the yellow there. Woo. If I had to make a bet on it, that's not going to be the last challenge like that. That'll be the last one from Danilo like that, but definitely not the last one like that from this game. Here's Di Maria trying to go all the way left side for Kostic. Hell of a lot of work. He keeps it in. Side for Milik. Oh, Milik tried to turn Romani there. Just couldn't do it. Here comes Kim stepping it up for Lobotka. Man, Napoli's getting a lot of space there, but Politano just couldn't keep that in. This is the thing. We have now opened up to 3-4-3. There is going to be a lot of space. Napoli can counter the 3-4-3, but we have to get after this and start to hurt them. And if we close them down to only counters, hey, their execution is going to have to be pinpoint too. So here we go, ramping up the pressure. 3-4-3. Chiesa on the left. Here's Kostic closing down to Milik. Milik now on it. Looking ahead. He's got Chiesa to the left. He wants it. Here we go. Chiesa, Di Lorenzo. Trying to turn him to his left. Doesn't work. Here's Locatelli inside for Di Maria. Tries to have a hit there. It's blocked. Danilo now to Rabiot. Rabiot over to Kostic. Now Juve's getting into this. Let's go. We have 2 minutes of added time, everybody. 2 minutes of added time. I'm going to shut down the clock now. We're in added time. Oh, should be a foul there. Should be a foul there. Easy one. No play for the ball. Straight to his back. Hey, let's take it and let's tie it up on this one. Let's tie it up on this one on a free kick. Come on, everybody. And that's nonsense there from Rui. So let's get the ref involved here because that's ridiculous. Absolutely zero play. Come on. Let's go. Let's make them pay on this. Punish them on this free kick. Okay? Di Maria standing over this one. Rabiot, Milik, Bremer. Danilo's going to be in there. McKennie. Get your heads to this one. Di Maria standing over it. He's going to have it in. Di Maria cross. Going back post. Kostic. Headed in. Oh, from Bremer, but into the hands of Medit. He's going to slow things right down. All right. All right. We're at 46 minutes, 24 seconds. Not much left for added time in the second half. Juve finding that goal is massive. There's a header from Bremer. Ahead to Chiesa. Settles it in for Rabiot. Rabiot flips it over the top. Chiesa running onto it. Trying to keep it on. He does. Chiesa running up that wing. He's got Di Lorenzo. He's got, oh, nice spin move. He's going to cross it in. Oh, deflected, and then Merritt had to stop. Ramani deflected that low and hard cross from Chiesa, and Merritt had to be sharp. Hey, that almost worked out for us. Like I said, ask questions. Chiesa with a low hard cross, and man, Ramani almost deflects that into his own goal. Wouldn't that have been something to tie it up 2-2 on that? Let's go. Chiesa on the left. What did I say at the start? I am much more impressed with Chiesa off the left side. All right, everybody, it's 2-1. We could have had it tied up there. That second goal Juve's going to be kicking themselves for, that's for sure. But hey, we ramped up the pressure, started to ask questions, got Chiesa on the left. We figured something out. We are still looking a little susceptible to the counterattacks, but something's got to give. You've got to get after it. I like the adjustment and the response because it started to work and it started to help our game, all right? So, hey, we fell 2-0 down and we went after it. We found one. That one's critical. Let's see what happens in the second half, okay? Let's get some of your thoughts second half, everybody, and see what we can do, all right? Big save towards the end there from Merritt. You guys are absolutely right. That was massive from it, okay? Let's see what happens. Now, let's get into this, okay? Statistics. 65% ball possession for Napoli, 35% possession for Juventus, 6 total attempts for Napoli, 4 on target, 5 total attempts for Juve, 2 on target, all right? Big chances, 1 for Juve, 1 goal. 2 big chances for Napoli. They're being listed as no goals, but I would definitely call Cavada's a big chance, seeing as how he scored on it. So, yeah, let's see. The adjustment that took place saw Chiesa move to the left side, all right? Midfield became Kostic, Locatelli, Rabiot, McKennie on the right side. You've got Chiesa, who shifted up as a left winger. You've got Milik staying up top there, and then Di Maria essentially more to the right, but freewheeling. Di Maria's goal, fantastic finish. I don't care about it bobbling through Lobotka, Kim, and whatnot, and getting to it. The bottom line is we found that goal, and we need to push, okay? Second half, now, before that we were talking about maybe changing McKennie and getting Fagioli in there, but now, without a 3-5-2, going 3-4-3, I probably keep things the same for the start of the second half, okay? The 3-4-3 helped us adjust and get more pressure on Napoli, all right? So, get your thoughts in here at halftime. Do you agree with me? Keeping things the same, 3-4-3, going into the second half and seeing how things ride out, okay? Anthony, wasting no time. Keep the 3-4-3, okay? And we need a big push in the first 15 minutes of the second half. Absolutely, okay? And again, hey, I see some comments in here about getting McKennie out. I was on it if we stick with 3-5-2, but however, if we do not stick with 3-5-2, hey, if we're going to go 3-4-3, keep it the same as we stopped there, okay? We started to put them under, started getting momentum. Again, like I said, we are susceptible to the counterattacks going into the 3-4-3, but you can't worry about that. You cannot worry about that at this point in this match right now, 2-1 down. You have got to get after it, okay? And I would rather succumb if something were to happen, giving it everything we had and getting after it, rather than sitting the way we were when we fell 2-0 down, allowing them way too much comfort in playing the ball around. It was almost like I called it, okay? Because I said, hey, we have got to ramp up the pressure, and then boom, second goal for Napoli. Do not let them work around us, okay? Just apply some pressure and push them back. I like the fight back. I like the quick, immediate adjustment, not even waiting for the second half, okay? So that one goal from Juventus is big. If they went into this one 2-0 down, I don't like where our heads would be at. The fact that we are 2-1 down, let's remember Di Maria hit the crossbar as well there too. Bremer missed an open header there. Juve needs to know that they can hurt Napoli, and we did, and we can. So the sense of belief should be there, okay? This second half is going to be massive, everybody. Massive, everybody, okay? Now, Anthony saying, put Miretti in. I'm not so sure about that. Not just yet. Not just yet. Anthony, great finish to the half and going into the 3-4-3. Absolutely. Absolutely. ITA saying Weston didn't do well in defense. He should go out either way. That's a tough call if we're going to go 3-4-3. What do you guys want to see out there as that outside mid on the right side? I'm not so sure I throw Sule out there in this one. I don't think so. I think if we keep McKennie back out on that flank just to solidify things, shut things down, stay in the 3-4-3, I would start the second half that way, okay? Yes, we need to address this. We desperately need some fullbacks. I fully agree there, all right? I fully agree there. Well, you'd saying, guys, we can win. All we need to defend well. Well, yes. That second goal really killed me because we were making it way too comfortable for Napoli. Juve's got to ramp things up. They got to get things going. They did it second half. We found a good goal. Let's see what happens here in the second half. Do we think Max makes any changes? I do not believe so, okay? I do not believe we make any changes going into the second half. There's still questions to be asked. We started to finally apply pressure and get into this one late. One thing is for sure from Juventus, during this run, we have started games off slow, okay? Another question, we talked about all these questions in the Matchday Live. What was going to happen? There's so many storylines. Something's got to give. You have a high-powered Napoli offense against a solid defense. What's going to happen? Napoli got 2. Juve did find 1. Crossbar from Di Maria, 2, leaving Meret standing. Thing is, here's the thing. What were we going to get out of Max? One of the things we've been criticizing Max for throughout his return basically was, did we lose Max somewhere along the way? Is Max still Max Allegri? Can he make the adjustments? Can he make the shifts that turn things around? He turned things around pretty quick while still in the first half just by simply shifting Chiesa over to that left side. Does he have something else up his sleeve for the second half? Are the guys going to just turn it up and dial it up in the second half? There's a lot of questions we still have to see. 2-1 right now for Napoli going into the second half. This second half is going to be intense. It is still all to play for, everybody, okay? I know when you look at the statistics, Napoli is dominant on the statistics, but it didn't really feel like that, did it? Because when Juve did push and Juve did go at them, they didn't really look that solid at the back. There's another goal, if not 2, for Juventus in this game. Left side, Chiesa, instantly. Spin move, crossing it in, running up the flank, beating his man, keeping it in on the sidelines, getting it in for a dangerous low hard cross that almost ended up in an own goal. He's going to do some damage. That's going to help pin them back. Yes, does it open us up to the counterattack? Yes, but something's got to give. And you know what? If they burn us on a counterattack, when you're counterattacking, your execution needs to be pinpoint. And if they do it, hey, they do it. But you know what? We can't sit back and just be passengers in these games and let them just take it to us and control at will. I'm going to remind everybody, please like the video while you're here. And of course, subscribe to the channel, all right? Here's another thing. If we go out, whatever happens, would you want us to go out the way we played the majority of that first half where we were pretty much passengers watching them? This is one thing I've always said about Max Allegri's sides, and I even said it earlier on in the season when we were having poor results and allowing teams to just dominate ball possession against us. I would rather go out swinging, giving everything we had and asking all the questions of the opposition rather than standing back and watching them play their game and allowing them to play their game. So second half, 3-4-3, let it fly. Chiesa on the left, Di Maria, let him keep going, and then let's see what happens. As far as changes, and everybody that wants to talk about changes and doing this in the second half, Let's start them off the way they were. Di Maria started to cook. Chiesa looked night and day on the left side to what he was on the right side. Go out. Let's see what happens. Di Maria does not have a full game in his legs. We have to all remember that. He's going to be coming off. And then at that point, Max has another decision to make. Who comes on? Do you do 2 strikers? I don't think you do 2 strikers in this one. And to be honest, Milik, some of his hold-up play was faulting, but he did start to get very much involved. And I'm seeing these highlights of these 2 goals, and they just kill me. They just kill me. Bremer, that one was such a misplayed. That's an easy one for him to cut out. He really, really, really dropped the ball on that one. And you know what? He quickly put his hand up in order to apologize. But I'm telling you, let's see what happens in this second half, okay? Let's see what happens. Now, Andrew, you were saying, I agree. I'm worried Max will try to play for a tie and not a win, though, should we end up drawing level. Well, hey, time's going to tell, right? I hope we have that option, my friend. I hope we equalize, and then we could see what he ends up doing, all right? Michael Razzo, I hope you are spot on, my friend. Chiesa bagging a brace in the second half. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now, what would you say about Kvaratskhelia? I don't think there's anything really to say that hasn't been said. We talked about it in the Match Day Live. I said it during the first half. Him and Osimhen have a big amount of goal contributions, and they're the goal scorers in this game. They're having a great season. They're having a massive impact for this Napoli club. They're doing their job. Good players, and you know what? They gave us problems. They gave us problems. One way for us to rule them out is to put the pressure on Napoli and ask them to defend us. And then it makes things a little bit easier. We were passengers for a little too long in that first half. But Kvaratskhelia, strong player, has to be said. You look at this. Look at anywhere across social media, calcio communities and whatnot. Where did everybody expect Napoli to be? And look at where they are. Hey, these guys are getting the job done. So their players, they're doing a job. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Michael Razzo saying 3-2 Juve, now accepting bets. Hey, I would absolutely love it. I would absolutely love it if we can get this. Okay, let's see what happens now. Real talk. Kvaratskhelia needs to play for Italy after citizenship requirements. Look at that, eh? Hey, I think the Azzurri will take it. Game on, guys. Let's go. Forza Juve, everybody. Please, reminder, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're getting ready for the second half. Oh, man. 3 goals in the first half, eh? 2-1. Would have been good to come out level, but telling you, it's not over. Fino alla fine. You have to always believe, okay? Believe. Anything can happen. Far from over. Whole half still yet to play. Let's go. Chiesa and Milik. Next scorers. Hey, let's go. One thing's for sure. Juve's got to get the next one, everybody, okay? We got to get the next one. Let's go. Both goals, we gave up gifts. Yeah, you know what? Again, was said in the chat and whatnot, you could almost feel it coming because you're making it too comfortable on them. Like I said, Juve was in their shell. They were allowing them to go around the perimeter, but I said sooner or later, these guys are going to start going over the top and they're going to start bombing it in there. And that's when it starts to get risky, when you let them control too much and they start to get that, because anything can happen when that ball is constantly being dropped in and around your area. You have to apply pressure and you need to take their options and routes away. Nonetheless, it's 2-1, everybody, and it's all to play for. These teams are ready to come back out onto the pitch And let's see what goes down, all right? Fino alla fine will be put to the test. Napoli still has to prove their title credentials. The pressure still remains on Napoli. Despite the fact that we are 2-1 down, the pressure is still on them. Juve, 3-4-3, started to find the ways to hurt this Napoli side. Let's see if we can do it in the second half. All right? Let's see if we can do it in the second half. Now, on that second goal, what's you were saying Danilo should not have left his mark. That's a tough decision, and I don't want to beat him up for that one. It really comes down to what I thought was an easy ball for Bremer to cut out, and he read it completely wrong and got it all wrong. Danilo's momentum took him right out of the play, and then Osimhen got onto it at the top of the area. Danilo stays on in his man. Osimhen can take 3 steps right in on goal and just shoot from the center of the area. I can't blame Danilo on that one. I really, really can't. I just really can't. I'm going to go back to an easy clearance that Bremer needs to get right and needs to make. Really has to. And even beyond that, and Bremer getting the clearance, our pressure was far too relaxed. Far too relaxed. It looks like Elmas is looking to come in for Napoli. Mario Rui, he is a greasy individual, isn't he? My God. Greasy individual. All right. Let's see what happens, everybody. Getting ready for second half here. This is going to be an intense one. All right. Let's go, Juve. So, I'm going to let the time catch up. 45 minutes, 20 seconds. Once we're 20 seconds into the second half, we'll get that kicking off again. Teams are lined up. And we have kickoff for the second half. Ramani over to the side to Rui. Rui's going to play it up to Cavada. McKennie closing it down. Cavada beats Danilo. Bremer sitting back. Danilo gains ground again. Cavada cutting in. Trying to go left. Trying to play one off. Here's Danilo battling with Cavada. Keeps it in. Great job. And then wins the free throw-in, sorry. Man, getting into basketball here. Napoli are all grease balls. Good grease balls, though, I guess. They're doing well. Hopefully the second half, they won't. Come on, Juve. Let's go. Danilo on the throw-in here. He's going to bomb this up the flank here. Di Maria trying to keep it in. Sorry, Milik. Oh, Rabiot just couldn't flick that on beyond Ramani. Inside to Zielinski. Juve wins the ball, but the foul on Locatelli. Zielinski making a meal out of it. 46 minutes, 7 seconds in here. Let's see. Rui on this free kick, taking his sweet time. Zielinski's dropped all the way back, plays it, and right back to Rui. Rui flips it over the top for Osimhen. Bremer has to clear this one for Rabiot. Over to Kostic. Gets his clearance all wrong. Out for Napoli throw. Kostic being pushed all the way back. He was level with our back line. Napoli has about a handful of subs warming up there. Simeone's one of them. Here's Ramani inside to Lobotka. Di Maria closing him down quickly but lays off. Here's Osimhen. Squared up with Sandro. Osimhen looked like he hit Luca here. What is going on the sideline? We got a Juve, a trainer trying to come out to check on Luca, and Chiesa cleans him up. Oh man, flails his arms, ends up smoking Locatelli in the face. Get some control here, man. That's garbage. Garbage. Locatelli down, taking a fist to the jaw there. Come on, Osimhen. Your head is shake. Let's get a card here. Jesus Christ. Can't be flailing your arms around without control. Chiesa, though, man. Just laid that trainer away. Just laid him out. Just laid him out. And that, like, how is there no card on Osimhen there? Like, how is there no card there? Are we serious here? Moise Kean, Illing Jr., Paredes, a couple others warming up on the sideline for Juventus. Let's get serious here with the cards here. What is going on here? Chewing up clock too. Anthony, that's a yellow. Has to be. Ronnie Rossetano should be yellow. Attaboy Chiesa, a good hit. Almost a red card, if you ask. Andrew saying Keane looks dialed. He's been having impacts. Might get called upon, too. "49 minutes, Locatelli still down here." Man, is he bloodied up? Yeah, he is too. No color, eh? Wow. Wow. No color. There's Fagioli warming up as well. No color. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, everybody. I mean, not really unbelievable, you know. Ronnie. Yeah. Par for the course. Back on it. Bremer launches this thing McKennie's way. Rui going through his back. Milik applying pressure. Kim sees it out. Here goes McKennie on it. Danilo saying slow it down. Slow it down. 50 minutes, 13 seconds. Danilo's on this one with the right flank. Looked like he said slow things down because they wanted to get Locatelli back in there, but I don't think he has come back on the pitch. Bremer trying to switch field, go across, gets it nowhere close to Federico Chiesa. Meret easily comes out and handles that, rolls it out to Kim. Kim's going to carry this forward a bit. Inside to Zielinski, who plays it over to Rui. Rui has the book inside, gets it all wrong. Here's Di Maria trying to make his way through. Here's McKennie applying pressure, taking it to Rui. Oh, low cross. Kim sees it out. It's a corner kick for Juventus. This is it, boys. Okay? This is it. This is Juve's equalizer right here, right now. McKennie, Danilo, Rabiot, Bremer, Milik. Somebody get your head to this. I don't care. Rebound, scramble, rush the cage, find a way and put it in. Di Maria having this corner in. Going short side, and Di Lorenzo had to see that one out. Was he going Olympico? Di Lorenzo forced to play that one. Gets it off the top of the head. Looks shaky. Looks shaky. Good. Rattle his brains, Di Maria. Okay, let's go. Get to this one, Juve. Come on. We waiting for Locatelli to get back onto the pitch. I think they were. Now they could take the corner kick. Get this flags out of there, man. Let's go. Come on, Di Maria. Come on, Di Maria. Corner kick in. Get there. Oh, cleared out by Napoli. Goes all the way to the back. Sandro. Oh, my God, Sandro. Oh, man. Di Maria trying to close this one down. He's going to get there. He's got Rui in tight. Di Maria working on... Stop looking for the calls, man. Fight through it, Di Maria. Zielinski flips it through to Anguissa. Anguissa inside to Cavada. McKennie wins it back, but they're going to call the previous foul. Advantage, Napoli. My God. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? That's such a clumsy, like, put your shoulder into him. Yeah, I get it, but it's just like there's no need. We need the ball. We're back 2-1. And Di Maria, you've got to fight, my man. You've got to fight. You've got to fight through that. Come on. Let's go. You've got an Interista ref. Don't try that garbage. You got to fight through. We got to fight through. Come on. 2-1 Napoli, 53 minutes in. Kim's going all the way back to Merit's going to play it over to Ramani. Milik chasing down. Chiesa closing down the left flank. They have to go route one, and Osimhen is there against Sandro. He cuts him off. Bremer, he goes short side, but Tech's there. Sees it out for a corner kick. Man, so if they want to start zoning up on Osimhen and then Sandro's going to be the one to try and stay with him, that's going to be a problem. And that's going to be a big problem for Juve. I think you have got to keep Bremer on him. Bremer just comes in there and closes that down, forcing him to shoot there. But my God, I don't want to see Osimhen lining up on Sandro. Question marks there. 54th minute. It's going to be corner kick. Rui and Cavada on it. Come on. Paredes set to come on for Juventus. Is this going to be for Luca? Does he have problems after that? They were going to make the change. They've stopped. Locatelli has come back into the area here. He's in the mixer for this corner. Kvaratskhelia takes it. Oh, my God. And that bounces right to Napoli. Ramani. And he buries. Wow. 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 There's not a whole bunch you're going to do on that one, man. That's a hell of a hit, everybody. That's a hell of a hit. Bouncing to him at the back. Plant. That's a hell of a hit. Hell of a hit. That's a hell of a hit. My God. Low corner. Looked like it could have been cleared first. Looked like McKennie bowed out of that when trying to get in there. Like he went for a reach and then stopped. Almost like he thought he was going to foul the guy. And then on the bounce, that's a hell of a hit. But what's with the marking there? Like, where's the marking there? Soft commitment on that corner kick, I gotta say. And when you're 2-1 down. So we got substitutes. We got Paredes coming in for Locatelli. Moise Kean coming in for Milik. We are 3-1 down. 56 minutes. Man. 2-goal lead restored for Napoli. Man. Play on. Paredes to Rabiot. Scanning over to the left flank here. Chiesa is going to roll it forward, trying to put it in Rabiot's path, but it goes out for Napoli throw. Frustrations on the face of Federico Chiesa, face of certain Juventini, but they got to pick it up and they just got to move. They just got to go. There was talk of an offside, but Di Lorenzo nowhere near the play as he was offside. Yeah, I kind of feel that one. I feel that one. I would have bet my life Napoli wasn't scoring 3 today. Yeah. I would have felt confident that we were all picking, 1-1s, 2-1s, 1-0s, but for Napoli to get 3, hey, like I said, their title credentials were going to be tested, but hey, they're answering it so far. And for Juve, yeah, It's not going our way. That's for sure. That's for sure. Those goals in the first though. Not gonna like those ones for conceding. Not for a team that's priding themselves on locking things up and being defensive. Those first two, not the kind of goals we need to be conceding. This last one, it's a hell of a finish. Soft come and look at this bad pass from Bremer. Osimhen, and he goes over. Thankfully, Bremer with an awful pass there. My God, awful there from Bremer. Just trying to toe poke it after a bad touch and Cavera putting him under. And my God, Osimhen getting that all wrong. That should be 4, everybody. My God. This is bad. This is bad. The energy, the attitude, it's down. We need a spark. Who's going to be the one that sparks that for this Juventus? We need help. Oh, Cavara easily by Danilo there. Plays it for Rui. I think he's offside. Kostic yelling at the linesman. Where's your flag? I thought Rui was well beyond there and for offside. This is a long ball heading Rui's way. McKennie's going to see this one out for a Juve throw. Trying to get the ball from the ball boy quickly. Don't forget you're in Napoli there, McKennie. Nothing's going to come quick. Let's go. Di Maria. Dribbling there with McKennie. McKennie turns it, trying to have it inside to Moise Kean. Pass cut off. Here's Cavara. Cavara running through. Here's Paredes. Easily beat by Cavara. McKennie coming in, sliding in, stopping things. But there's going to be a call there. 59 minutes, 25 seconds. We are 2 goals down, everybody. 2 goals down. And man, we need a spark right now. It's getting flat for us, everybody. It's getting flat for us. See what we can do. Bring Miretti in. Here's Zelensky with a hit. Deflected. Szczesny always eyes on it and handles it. No rebound. He's taking a look. Slow roller out to Kostic. Kostic going to carry up the left flank. Back to Sandro. Back to Szczesny. Bremer's dropped back. Paredes sitting in the middle. They can't find him yet. Here's Danilo's got to pop this over the top looking for Moise Kean, and that's headed out by Kim over to Lobotka into Zielinski. Zielinski now and Lobotka working 1-2s, getting Cavada on it now. Cavada fakes a switch, goes back to Rui. Too comfortable, and again, we've got to find a way to apply pressure. If we just let them control this one out, you have no chance in hell. So Juve's got to start getting the ball back quick. There's Bremer trying to get involved. Here's Paredes coming in, winning the ball back. McKennie turning right back into where we were rather than carrying it. Here's Paredes over to Chiesa. Come on, Chiesa. Let's light a spark. They're coming in quick. Here's Di Maria. Di Maria trying to turn on his man. Cutting inside. Inside for Rabiot. Rabiot turning over to Chiesa. Chiesa making a run inside. Trying to have a quick shot in there. Kostic heads it in, but Lobotka's just going to flip it forward. Here's Bremer missing it, and Osimhen getting it to it. Now over to the side to Cavada. He's got room to run at Danilo here. Bremer just can't get those right. They're just not falling for him. Here's a pass across to Elmas. Kostic overcommitted. Elmas turning him. Kostic has recovered and seeing Elmas go backwards. Over to the top of the area. He's Zambo inside to Zielinski. Over to Cavada. Trying to play quick 1-2s. Chiesa applying pressure. Everybody standing around. Chiesa looking around saying, let's go, guys. Get the legs moving. Let's go. Need to get that ball back. Here's Di Lorenzo. And his cross is deflected. And it falls in Szczesny's hands. The keeper with a long throw out for Chiesa. We're going route 1 now, everybody. Route 1 for Keane. Route 1 for Chiesa. Come on. Find that next one, Juve, and then see what happens. Find that next one. Here's Di Maria carrying through the middle. Over to McKennie. Danilo coming in. He's going to take over possession. McKennie making his move up the flank. Inside to Paredes. Paredes. Inside to Di Maria. Lobotka all over him. Trying to find Chiesa. Has nowhere to go inside. Paredes. Oh, what a settle from Chiesa. He's got it on the flank. He's got Di Lorenzo in front of him. Crosses. Back post. Cleared out by Napoli. Hell of a touch there for Chiesa to stop that pass from Paredes. It had a lot of heat on it. Here's Kostic inside. Megs Zambo with the pass. Di Maria trying to cut inside. Working on Lobotka. Trying to beat two guys and not getting the foul. You've got to make a decision. If we have players forward, you have to make that decision if you're going to cross it in or if you're going to take it in and then have a hit. But too many decisions. There's Danilo stopping Cavera. Plays it over to Paredes. Scanning. They're always quickly looking for Chiesa. And we have slowed right down. And then the pass finally going to Chiesa's feet. And Chiesa with a stroll here, just scanning. Di Maria comes to take possession. Little to no movement. Even Paredes walking. Everybody is just walking. Let's go. We're at a snail's pace here. Come on. Pick up the pace, boys. You're 2 goals down. Let's go. Paredes. Scanning inside to Rabiot. Rabiot over to McKennie. McKennie back to Danilo. Inside to Paredes. Paredes. Scanning. Over to Rabiot. Rabiot now running. Zielinski over there. Rui over there as well. Rabiot puts it onto his left foot. Over to Di Maria. Di Maria taking a look. Gets a bad touch. It's taken from him again. And Osimhen now to Cavara. They're running at us. It's 3-on-3. Zambo, Osimhen, Cavara. Cavara now takes it to his left. Bremer cuts it out. He's going to be able to stop this one from going out for a corner kick. And he's immediately got pressure put on him. And it's stopped. It's at the top. Here's Cavara. Header. Goal. And there it is. And there it is. From a useless giveaway. A useless giveaway by Juventus. This is absolutely sloppy at the back. Absolutely sloppy. Totally sloppy at the back. You cannot contend playing like this. 4-1 for Napoli. The giveaways have been an absolute disaster. And Bremer is having a nightmare, everybody. Bremer is having an absolute shocker. Wow. There's not a whole lot to say. You guys are, yeah, disgusting. My God. Hate to say I told you so. Boy, that's awful. What do you do? What do you do? This is unbelievable. Like, in FIFA, this is probably the time that you just exit the game and don't care about your DNF percentage. Unreal. I'm with you, Swari. I am at a complete loss for words at the errors and breakdowns. And if you said to me before the game that Bremer was going to be our worst performer, I would have taken that bet all day. This is incredible, man. He has had an absolute nightmare. Shocker is an understatement. He's had an absolute nightmare. And these giveaways, we've not been able to recover it. And to be honest, one thing that I have said is when we want our creators to be these guys, and when we've asked Di Maria to do that heavily, it hasn't always worked out. It's too easy to shut down. And Di Maria has made a lot of questionable decisions in this one and trying to do too much, but hey, he's trying to do what he's being asked, and that's create everything for Juventus. The other thing we have to remind ourselves is, what did I say? The 3-4-3 going into the second half, it was going to allow Napoli to hit back at us. It was going to allow Napoli space to build up and hit back at us. This second half, though, however, our pressure isn't even up there. It's not even up there to the way we finished the second half. It's back to the first, and we're in the same 3-4-3 setup, but pressure has dwindled and died, and Napoli still had space to act, and you can tell that the guys aren't in sync on this 3-4-3. I don't know if Max has trained this or used it in training, but there's a lot of players yelling at one another about what their duties and their responsibilities are. So they, to me, don't look fully comfortable in this setup. And here's Juve now trying to spring a break. It's through Chiesa. Quickly pressure applied. Di Maria with a bad touch and easily recouped by Napoli. And Di Lorenzo and Elmas working it up the right side. And here's Di Lorenzo cutting inside. He has Osimhen. Bremer's backed right off. Here's Cavara with a left-footed shot. And Szczesny does well to eat that one up and swallow it up with no rebound. This is just Napoli having their way with us, everybody. Napoli has had their way with us. We do not have the answers. We have not had the answers today, everybody. Napoli has hurt us at the back. A guy we were banking on to be a stud has had a bad showing. And Napoli has punished us on our mistakes. They have absolutely punished us on our mistakes. Chiesa up the right side. Left side, sorry. Let's see if he can do something. He's attacking Di Lorenzo. He's trying to take on Elmas as well. Look at him battle here. He's given everything he has. He's surrounded by bodies. He's looking for a call. He's doing everything he can. And there's just the support's coming late. Here's Moise Kean trying to turn it around. See if he can get a hit. He gets a hit. It's blocked. And it's going to go out for a Juventus corner. We're at the 70-minute mark here pretty much. And yeah, this is one of those big games that adds to a bad record in big games for Allegri. I was hoping we could start turning it around. We had the big game victory against Merda before the break, and now this one is not going in our favor, and this is a tough one. Tough one here. Did not go anywhere near what we were expecting or would have expected. If you tell me before this game Napoli's bagging 4, no way. No chance. But my God. But again, what an uncharacteristically brutal game from Bremer. Here's Di Maria with a cross inside for the corner. Danilo trying to get his head to it. Couldn't direct it on goal. McKennie heads it back for Paredes. He's in possession. He's going backwards. Plays it out to the side for McKennie. Sorry, he has Danilo inside. Back to McKennie. Plays it up ahead. Here comes Rabiot, cuts inside to his left foot. Lobotka all over him, wins the ball. Back heel from Cavara to Lobotka. Rabiot down. Here's Paredes, slide challenging in. The ball still with Napoli. Cavara now cutting inside, plays it back. Lobotka over to Zielinski. Napoli just keeping possession, getting in and out of trouble. And Juventus, now Chiesa's on the right side, Di Maria on the left. The midfield is Paredes, Locatelli, McKennie, Kostic over on the left. Napoli working around. Here's Cavara inside. You're going to find Di Lorenzo is all the way central. Elmas has a ton of room over the right side. Kostic cuts on Kostic, has a hit, and it's deflected off a block. That's 5, everybody. Unbelievable, everybody. It's one thing to take a loss, but to get absolutely steamrolled like this is... There are no words for this loss, everybody. Juventus is not there. This will be and should be... This is Scudetto is for Napoli to take. Anything that happens from here on out would be an absolute choke job from those guys, okay? But hey, this is unbelievable. They're nowhere near. Like, Kostic has to deal with Di Lorenzo and Elmas. We had Bremer and Sandro both on Osimhen, and Elmas makes the cut. Sandro tries to block that, and he can't. He just gets enough, but it still deflects up and it goes over Chesney. When it comes at the back, we have not had the answers. Complete rout. Napoli is by far the better side. By far the better side. Hey, the questions were on them. The pressure was on them. They've answered the call, and Juventus sadly has not. What's going to be asked now, the questions of Juve, is where do we go from here now? You got to go back to the drawing board. What does this do to our psyche? Haven't had an opportunity to completely flip this Serie A race. They have to still believe, and they have to find a way to pick themselves up and just get right back into the grind. Because, of course, anything can happen. But, hey, having Di Maria and Chiesa out here has not changed anything. We still look for answers. We still look for solutions. But, my God, to give up 5 when your claim to fame is the D. And just like that, going into this game, only having allowed 7, we have now allowed 12. Just like that. Just like that. This is an absolute rout, everybody. Let's get into this. But this is unbelievable. I can't believe it, to be honest. Like, you know, like it just... So Chris coming in here saying this game showed me why Allegri has to go. This is a big game. There are no excuses. 8 games, no goals. Now 5 in 1 game. You've got to be kidding me. Fire Allegri. Unbelievable. Thank you to management. Exactly. I don't think we ever won a game with McKennie and Rabiot together in midfield. This is just a no-no. Alex P. We look like we took a transatlantic flight to get to Napoli. Team is not there. This is a devastating loss, everybody. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, sure, you can lose the game, but my God, this is shambles of a performance. 5-1. This is a tough one for this is going to be a tough one for Allegri calls to stay or whatnot, to kind of swallow, because it's not just good enough to be there and whatever. Like, this is the gap from them to us. Where's the answers? Where are we at here? Rabiot just swinging at this one, trying to get a hit onto it, blocked easily. He had 2 defenders in front of him. Here's Danilo, plays the ball through for Rabiot, right back out to Danilo. Paredes dropping back, he's going to get it. Paredes just keeping possession here. Rabiot to the side. Danilo's made an advancing run, trying to find McKennie. McKennie up there in the area. Not sure why. Here's Kostic with a cross, back post goes over Moise Kean. It's going to go out for a Napoli goal kick. Yeah, we need to just figure this out. This is unbelievable. Andrew, you were saying Allegri is done. Inexcusable to not play any youth who pretty much inspired our run to the top of the table. Set the players up for failure. Rabiot and Mike has never... So Rabiot and McKennie has never worked. Man. What was our biggest defeat ever? This must be up there. It's going to be up there in the discussions, but there was bigger, I believe. 1 goal bigger, if I remember correctly. This is it's completely unacceptable, and at the same time, what do you do? The way we finished the first half, you know, I was all about continuing on with that 3-4-3 and see, but the pressure died off. The pressure died off from Juve. And they looked out of sorts. There was a lot of shouting and hand waving from our players. Probably not comfortable with that 3-4-3 in some facet in terms of the... I don't have the answers, everybody. I really don't. But the gap from Napoli to everyone else is there, and it's massive. You know. So was that just a poor showing against Inter? Inter plays in the same setup we started the game. And they took it to them. For me, it comes down to this pressure. For whatever reason, we do not have a press that is in sync. And there's just, it's too disjointed when we try to press teams. In terms of creation, I mean, Di Maria and Chiesa have not played together a lot. I don't know. Di Maria was trying to do way too much. And again, it's expected of his role there to try and do that. But here's Paredes trying to get through. The ball just won't settle for him for a shot. Napoli working it around, just trying to find a way out. Napoli pinned back, and they just tighten up that box and pass their way out of it. Like, finding a way to beat a press that's just buried them there. And just like that, in a couple passes, they're right back at us. Here's Raspadori on the side, battling with Kostic. Di Lorenzo now inside to Anguissa. Bad pass. Illing cuts it out, but then Anguissa has it out for Juventus throw. 80 minutes. This is, yeah, it's a bad one today, everybody. Disaster pretty much sums it up. And Bremer was a disaster today. Tough one, everybody. Danilo trying to work his way up the flank. Rabiot letting it run beyond him, trying to take Kim on. Kim just has it back to Merit there. Merit is going to pop it over the top to Zambo. Anguissa played it over to Laboca. Inside to Raspadori, over to Cavada. Kvaratskhelia is going to run up here. He's got Danilo in front of him. McKennie. Napoli's in no rush. Napoli's no... This game is... right now, it's a pastime. It's a pastime. And again, I can't get over Bremer's shocking performance here. But in terms of the season overall, hey, it remains Napoli's to drop. But this was a big chance for us. It's not over by any means, but big blow. Big blow. That's for sure. I think a draw would have been fine. But as we can see, we are well behind Napoli. 61% possession, 39% for Juve. 14 total attempts for Napoli with 10 on target. All right. 2 attempts on target for Juventus. 1 big chance for Juve, 1 goal. 4 big chances created for Napoli, 1 goal. I still say that number's not wrong or incorrect. They had more big chances and buried a big chance, but it's yeah, just all over us. If we look at ratings, Bremer is sitting at a 5.8 and they start at 6. That's generous, if you ask me, to even put him at 5.8. He's had an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Ball inside to Moretti, playing it over to Kostic. Paredes has to get engaged there, but he loses it. He's going to get, I think, the benefit of doubt on a foul there from Raspadori. But, yeah, it is fair to say. But if you look at the results still, this is still unbelievable. Like, we're not 5-1, like a 5-1 scoreline worse than Napoli. There's no way. And maybe, just maybe, all these thoughts about that opening lineup, getting Chiesa in there, making sense to have McKennie there in the middle beyond. But what I said earlier on still stands. You can't have McKennie running on beyond Chiesa. You need to have McKennie there to allow Chiesa to get further up the pitch and stuff. So some of that didn't necessarily make sense. I have a lot of questions. I'm at a loss here. I'm at a loss. You can remain strong, and I admire this. I admire Galma. It's 10 points difference. And to trust you that Napoli will bottle it. But, hey, this is it's tough to believe after handling us with this much ease. Juve's going to really have to pick themselves up and get that swagger back. Because if this is what happens with the swagger, this is not the Juve, though, that's been playing during the streak. At least solid and clamping down and knowing your assignments. And what caused us to fall off like this? Was it switching to the 3-4-3 that just had us at a complete loss and out of sync and out of rhythm? That still doesn't answer for us remaining in a 3-back setup and the back just being completely dismantled. Bremer being shocking. All of a sudden we find Sandro trying to be on Osimhen, which is not a decision that needs to be made whatsoever. But why did that happen? Why did we switch to that at one point in the second half? It has me asking, is it because we were losing assignments because Bremer was following all over the place? But that still doesn't make sense because we should have been used to it. Because when Bremer was last with us, that's what he did. He ruled out target guys. But, man, everything we tried to do in this one went absolutely wrong. So, I don't think you ask too many questions. I think we move forward and get back to the young guys in the lineup and whatnot and start to look for more answers. And is what it is. We tried to do a little makeshift thing on that wing and whatnot. Chiesa, for me, is better on the left side than the right, but we need to start going with what we see that works. Bremer needs to just shake this one off. We got to be serious here. We never would have expected something like this out of him, and I don't expect that to happen often, if at all, again like this. But my God, that's a bad one. This is a bad one for him. This is, it's just unreal. Sule, we're all just trying to do so much. The guys that are creators are just trying to do so much here. Milik getting in there. Merritt taking him out. Sule trying to call for PK there. McKennie winning the ball there. Flipping it up for Paredes. Plays it inside to Moretti. Plays it for Keane. Keane sees it out for a corner kick. And he gets it. Juve just struggling to get an inch here. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Hey, brother, I appreciate the support here. Yeah, these are brutal ones. I don't get 5-1s to deal with here, but this is incredible. This is frustrating. Do appreciate the likes for everybody on here. Get it going here. Here's Kostic taking a stab at one. Gets it all wrong. Goes high. we're going to have a lot of questions. Tomorrow morning, a reminder for everybody, the podcast is up at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, live here on the channel. We're going to have a lot to hash out. We were talking about maybe stealing this one, flipping Serie A on its head and celebrating with perhaps a spiked coffee for myself at 5:30 a.m. Yeah, my coffee's going to be spiked for a much different reason. This game going all wrong for us. Completely wrong. Complete wrong direction. Let's get some of your thoughts here, everybody. Ron Rossitano trying to remain strong and positive. You've got to forget this and look towards the future. We can't dwell on this. Aldo saying the defenders played badly today, even as individuals. They isolated our defenders and we couldn't cope. Yeah. It's been going on for a long time. Unproductive, boring, and sad football. We need changes. Big ones. New York Juventino. Kostic is completely useless. I can't wait to see how many touches he had in this game. You guys want some stats? I have no problem hitting you with some stats. It's 5-1. Ailing Jr. up here playing it forward here. Here's Keane trying to make a turn. Kim eats it up. Inside. Raspadori to Zambo. Or sorry, not Zambo. Made a change here. Elmas now. Playing it back. Here's some stats. You want Kostic's stats? 46 touches for Kostic. 71% passing accuracy. Possession lost 13 times. I have a feeling we're going to get a high number of possession lost across the board. 11 times Chiesa possession lost. Angel Di Maria possession lost 16 times. Kadius Milik, who was in there before, possession lost 5 times. Felt like a lot more. Locatelli only touched the ball 36 times. Possession lost 4 times. Adrian Rabiot, possession lost 10 times. Weston McKennie, possession lost 13 times. 47 touches. Well, possession was not close for us. 60% possession, 40% for that's favor of Napoli, of course. Ugly, ugly, ugly game, everybody. Across the board at the back, Sandro, Bremer, Danilo, just Baba Bremer especially with a really, really bad outing today. Tried to flip to this 3-4-3, but the pressure died off here. Zambo Anguissa cutting one out. Here's Dombele. Kim cutting one out easily inside to Laboca. We have 3 minutes of added time. We got to just see this one out. We got to see this one out. Yes, the Winter Mercado is still open. Let's see what comes of it here. But here's Zilling Jr. Trying to take his guy on, but get turned back. He's going to play it all the way back to Sandro. Sandro makes a cut inside, still in possession. Plays it just to Danilo, back to Sandro. Like, we are still not finding creators. Here's Sule, finally. Find a creator on the ball. Here's a 1-2. He just keeps it in. All he can do is have it off of Moretti for a corner kick, but they're actually going to call goal kick, saying that Sule didn't get to that cross in time. Just an absolute beatdown. Absolute beatdown. YFG say McKennie and Rabiot should never be on the field at the same time, no matter what. Tough one, everybody. We're all going to have opinions and stuff and thoughts. I mean, I'll look over the highlights and so I can't put myself through this. I always watch every game twice, and then we do the post-match recaps in the morning. We will be live tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we hash it out, and we're going to let it all out, see what the aftermath is, hear Allegri's words, hear the team's words, look at the schedule, look at where we go from now. But I'm not going to put myself through this one again. There's nothing I need to see that I'm not already aware of. I will probably look at some of those goal sequences and figure out what kind of happened, where we're going, where some of these errors were and whatnot. And this is just it's tough. Here's Keane getting to it. He just can't even settle the ball to run onto it free and clear. And Napoli taking this one. It's just killing time. Here's Lozano. Just running around Kostic here. They're just killing time in possession. 3 minutes of added time. We're getting there. It's 92 minutes and 50 seconds. Get me out of this hell. Get me out of this hell. Unbelievable, everybody. Not what we expected. Not what you would think. Full-time whistle. Full-time whistle. Napoli absolutely beating the piss out of us tonight, okay? So, credit where credit is due. Here's the bar this year in Serie A, and step back into reality for Juve, or us completely getting everything wrong. That's going to be up to everybody's personal opinion on, I stand behind what Max did at the start of the game with the lineup. It made sense. It didn't work. It didn't work, okay? It simply did not work. I will get the volume down, and I did, although, okay? I did. Bobby, hey. Misery loves company, doesn't it? Thank you for the kind words. And yes, the mutual public suffering today. Forza insieme. Sempre insieme. We will have to see what happens from here. I just, we did get it all wrong today. And anything that could have gone wrong for us in that game did. And Napoli punished us. Okay? Good teams hurt you. Good teams hurt you, especially when you make errors. At the back, we were abysmal. We were abysmal today at the back. We had a slow start getting into it. The pressure was nowhere near at the level it needed to be, okay, in the second half. Because we saw what was starting to work in that first half towards the end. And we just didn't get anywhere near that in the second half, all right? The stats, we don't have to go through the stats again and put ourselves. The possession was Napoli. The total attempts were Napoli. They only missed target on probably 5 of their shots. All their attempts. They were easily, by far, the better side, but this Juve was not anywhere near the stout Juve that we were known. You could see Napoli's movements and runs we seemingly were unprepared for. We were manning up at certain parts of the game, and then others we were trying to zone. And you could see that dysfunction between the players when they started waving their arms and yelling and shouting. And it started to put Bremer, Sandro, and Danilo in very tough circumstances when you've got Osimhen and Kvara coming at you. And we couldn't figure it out. Again, getting it all wrong when how we used McKennie if you were going to have him out there. He was still beyond Chiesa for the majority of the first half. That's not going to cut. That's not right. That's not the right way to do it if you're going to have that. So if you're going to do that, then hell, play Fagioli for Christ's sake. Miretti. If you're going to still ask that midfielder to play that role and be advanced higher than Chiesa, make sure you don't go with the Rabiot and McKennie connection in that midfield. But, hey, it is what it is. The zone, we're talking about Sandro now. You can't ask Sandro to man up on Osimhen. It was Bremer's job all day, and then they backed out of it, and I don't know if that's for just keeping shape, keeping formation, if they felt like he was getting dragged out, and then we were left high and dry. I don't know. Bremer in possession of the ball was an absolute disaster today. The list goes on and on and on. We wanted our creative guys. Well, the problem was there was not enough outside that for them. Napoli we have to give Napoli credit because when our guys got the ball, they had absolutely no time. And on the flip side, Napoli had a ton of time. Okay? Napoli, we allowed them to punish us, and they did. It is what it is. Like I said, we're going to do a full recap tomorrow. This sucks, everybody. This sucks. 10 points out now. This one could have really flipped Serie A. Their title credentials were tested. Man, they passed it with flying colors. Okay? They passed it with flying colors. Okay? I want everybody to know that the discussions about beautiful football, ugly football, all this, they need to stop. All right? They really need to stop. I see this discussion. I see these arguments all the time. And I've always said, I don't care how you play the game. You got to get the job done. And hey, we couldn't find the balance today and the attack and whatnot. We had to abandon what was working for us during this break. That's a credit to Napoli. They forced us out of our 3-5-2. We ended up going 3-4-3. Did it look like the 3-4-3 just the guys weren't used to it? Or do you think it's a combination of other things? I don't know, but we ask a lot for our guys in terms of creating and doing it individually. But the balance was not there today. And even through that streak, we always said, it's slow to start for Juventus, slow to find that rhythm of how they want to hurt teams. But it just, it was not happening for us today. You look at Napoli, my God, and what should be an easy clearance, Bremer gets all wrong, back of the net. First goal, losing your mark, back of the net. They literally took advantage of every single mistake Juventus made, and we made a lot. This was ugly. Completely ugly. Again, we all said in the second half, you can probably go out with that 3-4-3. Some of you wanted McKennie out, and you may have been right. You may have been right. I'm looking at the highlights as we discuss this here. Maybe you would have been right. And hey, look at this. Another mistake, punished. Osimhen header goal. Every single mistake, it felt like, back of the net. Look at this. Giveaway. They turn it, and then the Elmas goal. 3 goals right there, just errors. Our own errors and sloppiness. Napoli is a strong team. Okay? They are good. But we were pathetic today. Has to be said. We were pathetic today. Napoli is a strong side. They are good. Very, very good team. But we were absolutely pathetic and abysmal. Okay? In terms of Max Allegri, we all want to get Max Allegri and everything, and I get it. Believe me, I get it. There's a lot of you that were not sold on this run, this 8-game run and everything, and now we're maybe flipping back into a reality, or maybe it was just an absolutely abysmal showing and we could pick things up and still get it together and go down that run. But this talk about beautiful football and always being tied to losing, it does not matter how you play. You can play one team and you have to adapt and play a pragmatic style. You could play another team and you can go all after it and be in control and attack. This beautiful and ugly football thing and whatnot, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay? A team, I've always said this, needs to be able to go through the gears. You play pragmatic when you have to. Okay? And then you get into it and you crank it up and you dial it up when you have to. Today, the balance wasn't there whatsoever. okay, because it felt like a struggle for us just to gain an inch in their territory. Switch fields were non-existent. We saw it a couple times and we were able to gain ground on Napoli. And that comes down to personnel. That comes down to the personnel on the pitch, because they got to find the right guys, and those guys need to be able to know where that ball progression has to go. And we shouldn't have to ask for a Fagioli to be in there to do that. There was instances in the middle of the pitch today, Rabiot and McKennie, both of them, continued to go into the shit when Napoli is overloading a flank. Get that ball out, turn your body, and go out to the opposite end. And even our defensive players needed to step up into that space and help push the move. How many times do we remember, bless his heart, his technical ability wasn't there, but Chiellini running up into that space and urging the team forward and pushing them forward. Today, Sandro, Bremer, stagnant at the back. Didn't offer the help, didn't make the shouts, didn't call for that ball. And Rabiot and McKennie, they're turning in to where we need to turn the ball and get out of. Yes, Miretti and Fagioli probably would have recognized and made those plays, but it's sad that we're not asking of those guys. And Rabiot needs to know that. He's played around long enough in Europe to know and to do better than that. Okay? This needs to be, they should be hearing it from Max for how many times they did that in this game. All right? Again, credit to Napoli. Not taking anything away from them whatsoever. But my God, were we piss poor and pathetic. There is a lot for Juve to have to answer here in the matches coming up. I'm just going to keep tabs here real quick. I'm going to see if there's anything coming out just quite some yet. But Bremer, the worst showing I've seen since he's come, or even just watching some Torino games last season. I have never seen a Bremer like we saw today. But this game, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's nothing just quite yet on press conference coming out. That's going to be taking place shortly. Juventini, all I could say for you and the live chat is I appreciate you guys hanging around, especially for this shit show and disaster. You guys are amazing. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to tackle this all together and get into the details and have a little time to calm down, because I'm fired up. I could easily take my water bottle and just spike it right now. I'm not going to do that. Let's take the night, okay? And tomorrow morning we'll gather here again, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, and let's dissect this a little bit further. The press conference is taking place. Let's hear what Allegri has to say for this. We'll dissect player performances tomorrow. We'll dissect tactics and everything. We'll take a look at what Napoli's doing. We'll start taking a look at our schedule again. I'm sure Max Allegri is going to answer questions about injury reports, when players are going to get back. The latest is this, and that's that he said don't expect anybody to come back for the Coppa Italia match other than Quadrado. So if we real quick, take a look at the matches lined up. We know we've got Coppa Italia against Monza, and that's going to be next up for Juve. That is 6 days from now on the 19th, okay? So we're going to face Monza in the Coppa Italia, and then you have Atalanta 3 days later in Serie A, so we're right back into it. And then you've got Monza again, 7 days, a week after that Atalanta match on Sunday the 22nd. On Sunday the 29th, you're going to face Monza again in Serie A. Okay, so Atalanta currently sitting in 6th place on 31 points. Juventus is at 37 points after 18 games. Milan now becomes 2nd place team with a game in hand. Napoli, 10 points clear of Milan and Juve at 18 games, 47 points. Hey, let's see what happens. Back to the drawing board. Monza in the Coppa Italia. The way the brackets are shaping up, to be honest, I expect at semifinal showing for Juve in the Coppa Italia. But we're going to tackle that and everything tomorrow, all right? Everybody, find something that makes you happy, takes your mind off it. Take your mind off it. Tomorrow, we'll hash it out, all right? Again, everybody, thank you in the live chat. You guys are amazing. Don't let things out of your control ruin your weekends, everybody, okay? We do this for fun, and it's the team we support and whatnot through thick and thin. Hey, this one's an ugly one, but we'll try and forget it, at least until tomorrow morning when we got to discuss it all. But Allegri's going to come up. Bremer's performance is going to come up. The youngsters, the substitutions that maybe he didn't make. Did Max get away from himself? Is Max falling into old traps when it comes to lineups? We're going to tackle it all. I thank you very much for the kind words, everybody. Thank you. Again, toughing it out under these circumstances, it's tough, but hey, tutti insieme, sempre, okay? Always together, always. Fino alla fine, no matter what. Hey, we move on to the next one, all right? We move on to the next one. I thank all of you, all right? Like the video, drop a comment when it's done recording and whatnot, but thank you, and we'll see you all tomorrow morning, the post-match podcast, all right? Ciao tutti. No matter what, this one was ugly, but Forza Juve, no matter what, fino alla fine, we move on from here. It's been a rocky season, okay? Thought we could do some damage, snap back into reality, and realize there's still a lot of work to be done. Let's get our heads down, get down to work, and see what we can do. See what Max and the lads can do. Ciao tutti.